After almost 3 years of being generally cut off from the world, Chinese specialists reported the lifting of a few significant coronavirus-related section limitations that produce results on January 8. Among these, China has dropped quarantine prerequisites for every worldwide appearance, its most huge move yet as it strays from its rigid zero coronavirus strategy. China isn't giving a first-class reception for global recreation travelers hoping to encounter the country's numerous attractions right now. Borders remain generally shut to outsiders, aside from business or family visits. However, the public authority has flagged it is hoping to ease limitations around here, as well. No timetable has been declared. As indicated by the public authorities, until further notice it intends to zero in on working with visa applications for unfamiliar nationals venturing out to China for business, study, family visits and reunions. As noted, quarantine is not generally needed as of January 8. Preceding that date, inbound voyagers have been exposed to 5 days of lodging quarantine and 3 days of self-disengagement at home upon appearance. Explorers heading into China presently are simply expected to take a nucleic analysis 48 hours before flight. Those with adverse outcomes never again need to apply for a green well-being code from Chinese international safe havens and offices abroad prior to entering. They really do anyway have to fill in the outcomes in their tradition's well-being announcement structures. In the event that they test positive, they won't be allowed to make a trip to China until their tests return negative. However, unfamiliar relaxation vacationers can't as yet visit. The progressions are especially welcome for Chinese nationals contemplating or working external to the country. The individuals who couldn't bear the cost of the high as can be costs of boarding passes and extensive in quarantines have not had the option to return home for almost 3 years. In any event, when lines in all actuality do open to worldwide sightseers, the subject of how much interest there is in both the short and long haul remains. China suddenly deserted its for quite some time held zero coronavirus strategy toward the beginning of December following cross-country fights over its weighty social and financial cost. Specialists moved back mass testing, lockdowns and permitted positive patients to isolation at home. Cell phone well-being QR codes actually exist, however are not generally broadly upheld for those entering public spaces or riding public transportation. Actually, there are no administration commands set up concerning facial coverings/social separating. Be that as it may, those meeting indoor public spaces or riding on open transportation will probably be approached to put on a cover. There's one significant shadow looming over China's resuming plans: coronavirus. Cases have soared as of late as limitations slackened. The flare-up has overpowered emergency clinics and crematoriums, set off deficiencies of fundamental drugs, and ignited fears of a much more obscure month ahead as specialists caution of a spread to less resource rustic regions during the impending Lunar New Year.